Hello, and welcome to episode 3 of What It's Like to Be Married to a Bodybuilder with my beautiful wife, Angela. We have a fun show today. There's a bunch of different things we're going to talk about, but to kind of recap, she's already went to Orange Theory and trained this morning. Super proud of her. I've already done cardio. We're about to go take the kids to Chuck E. Cheese, get a mattress. That sounds fun. Not really. And then I'm going to train arms later. So I have a client coming in this weekend, so we have to get a new bed for him to sleep on in our basement. So that's what our day's like. I did get a cool question not 5 minutes ago that I'm going to go ahead and just answer here. Is one of the guys said, how have you made so much progress in the last year and a half? And so I'm going to keep this short and sweet. I haven't missed a singular meal since December 13th, 2020.
It's pretty specific.
Well, I know that because Chaz and I went and smashed Five Guys and I fell asleep.
Oh, okay, fair.
So, okay. Part of that's OCD, and part of that's just me knowing not to miss meals. So, pretty fun there. So, let's go ahead and jump into the topic of today's discussion before we do the rapid fire and Q&A. And she's already trying to cheat and look at the questions. So, the topic of today is going to be, you see a lot of times people post, "Oh, I'm going to go do iron therapy. The gym's my therapy."
Sorry.
Right. And what's funny is I used to actually believe that. And it wasn't until her and I really had some really deep conversations about why I felt it was that way. To be very specific, especially I would say after my mom died, I used that, or I tried to use that as a way to get over her death.
Sure.
And then as of recent, with John's passing, I tried to revisit that. And I can say with my mom's death, it worked really well. I was able to go in the gym and just essentially try to annihilate myself to where the only thing that could go on in my brain was pain from the muscle, not the pain of losing her. And what she's helped me come to realize, well, let me start here. With John, I tried to do the exact same thing, but it didn't work. And I don't know why, because that was still there. And then it actually brought up memories of my mom's death that I haven't really dealt with. And that kind of leads the segue of what I'm going to get her to talk about is, for me, I think that actually all it was doing is making me run from dealing with the true issue of losing both those two really important people in my life, as opposed to actually dealing with the issue at hand. I was just masking it or band-aiding it in the moment and using the weight room to try to get over or get through it. And it was more of getting around it as opposed to through it. So I'm going to get her to talk about that because this is her specialty.
So for those of you who don't know me in real life, I am a licensed clinical social worker. So I am trained in, behavior and therapeutic tools. I won't get geeky, but that's what I do for a living.
You help people through trauma.
Yes. But the biggest thing that I'm a huge believer in mindset, and I'm a huge believer in manifestation. And if you don't know what either of those things are, definitely look them up, and if you're interested. And I won't get too technical today, and I won't tell you that I'm a specialist in manifestation. There are a lot of people who are, but I truly believe that first and foremost, the feelings that you have, no matter what they're about, are valid, and they need to be expressed and they need to be dealt with. And that is true for happy feelings, sad feelings, anxious feelings, whatever that fear, whatever it might be, is you have to kind of get through it and get to the other side of it, or it's always going to come back and haunt you in some way or another. Happy feelings, people tend to want to do what? Right, especially here in America, we eat, right? Which is why there's a lot of people who are overweight. We eat at work, we eat at home, we celebrate birthdays, we eat, we have cake, at Christmas, we have big feasts, at Thanksgiving, feasts. So everything we do is about that, there's an outlet for, and that happy feeling. Well, when you think about being sad or anxious or depressed, whatever that feeling might be, there's not a lot of outlets, right? So a lot of people, it is true that exercise releases endorphins and it helps you to overall feel better. It reduces depressive symptoms. It reduces anxiety. It helps you to be able to deal with all that feelings. All those things are true. However, if you're going into the gym and you're trying to bury those things and you're listening to what I call jokingly kill your mama, kill your daddy music, then what you're doing is you're replacing that feeling that you're experiencing with something else. So in the case of Chris, he replaces that sadness with anger because for him, anger is easier to deal with than sadness. Well, the problem with that is then it spills over into the rest of your life, right? It spills over into your relationships. It spills over into your work. It spills over into basically your overall mood and how you kind of get through your day. So, although I do believe that exercise is really positive for emotions and dealing with them, it's how you do it that is going to determine how you feel on the other side of it. So I hear a lot of people say, oh, I got to bury shit. I'm going to go to the gym and bury, Chris says it all the time. I'm going to bury stuff, right? I got to go bury my demons. Well, you're not burying your demons because your demons aren't leaving. They're there. They're crawling underneath whatever feeling you're putting on top of it. And they're going to come out at one point or another, and eventually it will explode, and you'll have to deal with it in one way or the other.
What's really funny is I said to her, there was a song I was listening to of back to that music she just referred to.
By the way, I listen to that music too, so I'm not judging the music itself, but I don't use it to bury anything.
And actually, I just finished, and it was a slow part of the song, and in that song it said, I keep trying to drown my demons, but I realize they can swim. so it kind of like ties into that, like, because in my mind, I temporarily bury it. And what she says is anger. It's really hatred.
True.
For me. And it's really funny is last night on my story, it came up a text message between her and I. And I said, I made some dumb comment of, I need people to hate me. I need that. And she goes, boy, you got enough hatred in that heart. You don't need any more. And it's true because, to me, when both those people speaking about, John and my mom were taken away and it was sudden and instant, I just wanted them back, and I didn't understand why that was happening to me. And it made me mad, not sad. Like, it made me angry. Like, and to me, I love to lift with emotion. And while a lot of times you'll see me not talk to people, be very introverted, because naturally that's where I feel at home. And it's almost that feeling of being alone that I like. And that's probably one of the reasons I like prep so much, especially when it gets hard at the end. Yeah. And that's something that she's chronically trying to help me realize is that I don't have to go there to get in shape. Where in the past, if you would ask me that, if you'd asked me that 6 weeks ago, I'd say I have to be there. I have to be in that mindset or state of mind, or I cannot make it through all those days of being hungry and on the treadmill, and I have blisters on my feet that look awful.
They do.
Yeah, they're really gross. Or, doing a workout that I know I'm going to have to go to a really nasty place to get those weights up or my muscles are going to disappear. So that's one of those things that I'm personally having to work on, because what I'm realizing as I just turned 37, and, luckily I have a supportive partner who's like, she'll stick with me when things get hard, because like she said, I don't turn it off just in the gym, sadly, because I was unable to do that, where I used to be able to do that when I was much younger. I'd go in the gym, rage, immediately walk out, kiss her on the mouth, and we'd have a great day. And as I've gotten older, and I guess, especially after John's death, like, I was unable to do that.
Well, I think it's the severity of the issue that was happening, right? So when you were younger and before your mom died, there was nothing. What were you upset about? That a client didn't re-sign? There literally was nothing. So whatever you were bearing then was not... It was superficial in nature. Whatever you were dealing with and wherever dark place you're going to in the gym at that point was superficial. It wasn't real because nothing was that bad. But when you experience a massive loss in your life, then, something's got to change, and you have to be able to, by the way, I don't believe you necessarily ever get over those things, but you just learn how to deal with them a little bit more day to day. But I will say that that doesn't mean you can't go into the gym and rage. It doesn't mean you can't go into the gym and, find that place. In my mind, though, positivity breeds positivity, negativity breeds negativity. And if you think about someone in your life that's just super negative all the time, every time they have a problem, you give a solution and they have a negative response to it, right? It's hard to deal with those people sometimes. And so when you get in that mindset, even it's hard to deal with yourself when you're like that. I know I've sent my friends messages before and been like, I can't stand myself today. Like, I got to get out of this, whatever this is. But I guess the place I'm going with that is that when you are in the gym and you need that extra push, you got to find it somewhere else. And I said this in the beginning, but I really truly believe in manifestation. Chris can tell you this. I live this. I ask for what I want from the universe. I but I lead my life in the way that I know is going to get me there. For example, if I want, and I'm just totally making something up, if I want a promotion at work, then every morning, and by the way, I don't at this point, but if I did, every morning I'd wake up and say, universe, I want a promotion at work today. I really want that promotion at work. Well, what do I need to do to get there? I need to do this, and this. These are the 5 things that today are going to get me to that next spot, right? Well, it's the same with the gym. So if I want to grow my glutes, I saw that on your list.
Yeah.
If I want to if I want to grow my glutes, then what are the 5 things that are going to get me there? Me thinking about how awful everything is in my life and being anger raging might work for one day. If I'm having a really bad day, my kids are driving me crazy, my husband's driving me crazy, my work's driving me crazy, whatever it is, and I go into the gym and I'm able to kind of just let it all go and get that release in, that is therapy.
Okay.
But sitting around dwelling on the negative and the shit that's gone, like, oh, my life's terrible. I can't believe the universe took this person away from me, and how am I ever going to survive on the other side of this? Then that's all you're thinking about, and it's actually eventually going to negatively impact your workout to the point that you don't want to work out, or you can't lift the heavier weights, or you can't get back to that same place that you had before.
Okay, but I hear that because I know there's people like that. But for me, it's not. I feel sorry for myself. It's like literally, fuck you. That's unfair. I'm gonna try to destroy things. Like,
but then it doesn't work.
Right? Yeah, because I end up destroying other things in my life.
Then you end up destroying your body. Is what ends up happening because you get injured.
Yeah. All right. So I think we've adequately covered that. You can do it in the short term, but don't try to do like me for a decade.
Eventually, you got to find another route.
Yes, and I'm finding that, now. And hopefully that's going to lead to more positivity, more growth, and a better bodybuilding, right?
Yep.
All right, so now to the fun portion of the segment, because that was kind of dark. We're going to go to rapid-fire questions. Now, don't stop cheating.
I wasn't trying to cheat.
All right,
okay.
So I've only told her about one of these questions because she had to kind of prepare for it mentally. But
No, I didn't.
But But the rest of them, are things to kind of quiz her or just kind of give you some insight about me and my life. So the first one is going to be, what year was I born?
Shit.
And the reason I did that, because she never gets it right. All right, go.
Never get it right. 1984. Yes. I always want to say 6, but it's not right. Okay.
86 is when my brother was born, which is even funnier. All right.
You're welcome, Chad.
Some bodybuilding questions. What is my favorite body part to train?
Legs.
Okay, be more specific. You're right, but...
Is there a more specific answer to that?
Hamstrings.
Quads? Hamstrings? I don't know. That I didn't know.
Hamstrings are my favorite part. Okay, what is my least favorite to train?
Calves.
Abs.
Oh, well, that too.
But yeah, calves too. It's like 1A and 1B. So she's pretty close there. All right, what is my go-to healthy meal that I could eat 6 times a day and never complain about?
Chicken and rice.
And the bonus question there is, what seasoning?
Chipotle Cajun.
Yes.
But also to add salt, pepper, onion powder, and garlic powder.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. So yeah, I literally could eat that 6 times a day.
It's disgusting.
And if you want, and if I had fat, I would add coconut oil, but for the most part, I don't. So.
I am not to eat the same kind of food every day. It drives me crazy. But he is.
But if that question was to you, it would be Mexican.
Oh, Mexican tacos, yes.
Let's see. All right. Sure. What is my favorite cheat meal?
Oh. Okay. I would say Five Guys.
Yes.
Okay.
How about if we were going to a fancier place though? If it wasn't like fast foodish.
I don't know.
Table 50.
Oh, I don't know.
So
I don't really consider that though, because it's more healthy. You get steak and potato.
Well, yeah, but I still get, it's mashed potatoes. It has that sauce on the steak, and
That's
then
true.
we always get a dessert there. I don't know what it's called, but it's amazing.
It's a Heath Bar brownie, basically. Heath Bar cake. I don't know what it's called either. It's got raspberry drizzle. It's amazing.
It's delicious.
So, it's a local restaurant, by the way.
Yeah, it's a really nice, it's an intimate restaurant where her and I used to go for anything special, even when I didn't make a lot of money. We would still go there.
Yeah, that's true.
Because it was just special to us. And it's delicious. It's literally the best steak in town, in my opinion. It's cooked perfect. It's got a great crust on it, and then again, it has a good dessert. So again, it's still steak and potatoes, but it's mashed potatoes, so it's a little bit not so good. And it does have some slight sauce on the steak, which I don't know what it is, but it's good. And it comes with asparagus, but I never eat it.
What's my go-to there?
The crab cakes.
Shrimp and grits.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Close second.
All right, what kind of music am I into? Or better yet, if it's easier to do this, what kind of music am I not into?
Country.
100%. And that's it. Like literally,
country.
yeah, literally, I'll listen to anything else.
So true story. Now he's in this like old R&B phase, and it drives me fucking crazy. I'm like, turn the Jodeci off.
No, I listened to Usher the other morning for like hours.
Hours. I was like, it's done. We're done.
Yeah.
Ain't no baby making music up here.
I'll listen to anything except for country music, for the most part. When I train, I like way more aggressive music. I'll even listen to like aggressive rap music, but it can't be like soft. It has to be like really nasty and hard stuff. So yeah, that's the thing I like to listen. I will do listen. I like to listen to like EDM or like trap music for like an arm day because it's not quite as hardcore. All right, describe what my perfect day for me is. I think most people will not get this right. Because I think most people would assume it's like weight training and do legs, and it's just really not.
Chris likes to, fun fact, Chris likes to lay around the house and watch Lifetime movies.
That's not a dream day, though. That's a fun fact.
Yes, it is.
Maybe. That wouldn't consider that my dream day, though.
Oh, no?
No.
It's not binging something?
No.
We binge watch a lot of television. Yeah.
Tropical Island with you.
Oh, well, that's different.
Resort.
We don't get to do that every day.
No, but that's a dream day.
Yeah, but that's like once every other year.
Yeah, that's true. All right. Well, you just so
dream vacation would be a tropical island somewhere.
Yeah, not cold, definitely warm. So the next thing, as I said, is a guilty pleasure TV show.
Definitely Lifetime Movie Network.
But
although we haven't done that.
I haven't done that for years, but I used to. Yes, 100%. Like the kind that are like murder mystery or like a girl's getting stalked.
Yeah, he loves those.
Yeah, I don't know why. Like I used to watch those with my mom, like all day, and then like she's like, "Hold on, you're into this?" And I'm like, "Well, yeah, they're really like enticing." So,
yeah, they do draw you in.
Not like the Christmas ones. Like those are boring. I want the ones that are like someone's trying to get killed or.
You do. Yeah, you do. I like the Christmas ones.
It's like it was pretty much like the You series on Netflix.
Yeah.
It's very similar.
Otherwise, I would say, but we do watch a lot of reality TV, like The Challenge or Survivor, by the way.
Yes.
We're going to plug Chris for Survivor. Big Brother, any of those. Even the trash ones like Love Island. We love
100%.
Love Island.
All right. So you may not, I think you may not actually know this.
Okay.
And I'll give you two answers. What is my favorite book?
Book.
A lot of people ask me like what books do I like to read, so I thought I would do this here.
David Goggins. Something.
Oh, that was close.
Okay, what?
So that Stephen Pressfield, the War on Art.
I would not have known that.
And then Relentless by Tim Grover. That's the one I read at the beach that year and couldn't sit down. Yeah, I just read it the whole trip.
Yeah, he did read it the whole entire
So
time.
both those books are absolutely amazing, and they're relatively short.
Yeah.
All right, so what is my hidden talent?
Guessing people's weight. Yeah.
All right, so anyone who sends me photos or stands in front of me, because I used to be a trainer for years, and I just ask them what their weight is.
Like to the 10th.
And someone tells me, if you ever see me like eye roll or look to my left, like just know that I know you're full of shit. Occasionally I'll get somebody wrong, but it's very rare. So I will tell you a funny story. When her and I first started living together, or no, maybe this time I would just like sleep at your house. I don't know, one of those two. She was doing a figure show, so she would get out of bed and then she would walk to the bathroom, which was like adjacent to the bed. So envision me. Now this is at 3:30 in the morning, by the way. Because I worked at 4:30, and then she would normally go to the gym with me on days that we didn't have time.
I taught.
Yes, that's right. She taught cycle. So she'd get up, walk into the bathroom, step on the scale, and before out of her mouth she could say 118.6, I would say it. And she'd be like, what the fuck?
That's true.
She thought I could see it at the beginning.
Yeah.
But like literally from the time like her just getting up out of bed, me watching her walk to the bathroom, step on the scale, I knew what her weight was.
It's really sad.
That's why, like, if we're ever like family functions and someone's like, "Oh, I weigh 242," I'm like,
he does do that. Or depending on who it is.
If I hear a dude like, "Oh, I weigh 220,"
no, you don't.
So, anyways,
It's really a weird talent.
yeah, it's a circus trick. I guess people do that at carnivals.
Oh yeah, you could be a carny. If this bodybuilding thing doesn't work out, here we go.
Right. All right. Let's see. What do I have here? Oh, what is my dream job?
Dream job? I think you're living your dream job.
I'm doing it. Yeah, this is it.
Oh, yeah.
100%.
Good guess.
3 things I could not live without. Right?
A gym.
Yeah, agreed.
Our kids. Oh, your phone. Oh my God, your phone. He's pointing to the phone. Yes. Wow. I should have guessed that first, actually.
I mean,
This man is always on his phone. So seriously, y'all, for those who work with him, like you have no idea how much I'm like, put the phone down, because he literally answers the phone 24/7. Like in the middle of the night, I wake up 3 a.m. and he's on the phone.
international people, gotta get after it. Listen, that's what separates me, right? Like, that's what I have to do.
I don't know.
Yeah.
It works.
But I mean, it goes back to why I said that.
I also get up and teach at 4 a.m.
And that also says, it also says why it's my dream job, though, right? It doesn't feel like work. It doesn't. And there are times where she'll literally have to say to me, like, you got to sit down and separate. And that's why, like, all my clients, and you guys know this, like, I've done a great job of, I've tried to step away from working on Sundays as much as I can. So, because before I didn't care if you sent your updates on Sunday, and now I have to ask most people to switch off a Sunday.
Yep.
Unless you're a competitor in a show. All right, let's see here. Biggest pet peeve, and I'm not talking about the gym stuff, like in...
Oh.
Yeah.
I don't know any pet peeves that are not in the gym.
Go.
I leave food in the refrigerator.
Yes. Wasting food is huge for me. Also, like when
Not everybody loves leftovers.
Yeah. Also, like I found that in a contest prep, I love to keep the kitchen really clean.
No, you don't.
No?
No.
You said I always obsessively clean the kitchen. All right. Oh, I guess, yeah. All right, biggest character flaw.
Dishes are out of control. Okay, character flaw?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think that you are obsessive to the point of your own demise sometimes.
Yeah. I thought you were going to say a terrible share, because I don't share shit.
Oh my God, y'all. He doesn't share anything. Listen, we have 2 kids. Okay, we live with a 16-year-old and a 5-year-old.
Yep.
And this man right here will be like, who drank that Mountain Dew? There was a Mountain Dew. Now we have a whole case of Mountain Dew in the pantry.
It's not cold, though. And I don't want to use ice and water it down.
It's mine. The
Yeah.
Gatorade was mine.
It's
He
legit.
drank it.
Yeah, 100%.
He
It's
gets
mine.
mad at our children for drinking his drinks.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm terrible at sharing. I've always been that way, though.
And this is what I do.
Yeah, 100%. All right.
Deal with it.
So this one's fun.
Okay.
If I could have dinner with any human on the planet, who would it be?
Dinner.
Just like, yeah, go to a meal too. Just shoot the shit.
Branch Warren.
Oh, that was close.
Oh.
He was up there. Okay. Tom Brady.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
The GOAT.
Yeah, I could see that.
Just the truth. And I'm a Redskin. Well,
He does love Tom
football
Brady.
fan. Football team
He loves
fan.
the football team.
But Tom Brady, 100%.
Yeah.
Just too many.
It's odd, though. He drinks out of a cup that's the color of my team.
Yeah. Ugh, Cowboys. Ugh. All right. Who is my hero?
I don't know. Maybe your dad?
So it used to be my dad when I was a kid, and it's her as an adult.
Aw,
It's the truth.
that's sweet.
Well, it's just the truth.
Why?
Why? Because you do absolutely everything. Like, you work 2 jobs, right? You take care of me and all my crazy needs. You never complain.
Technically, I work 3 jobs because I do your YouTube.
Oh, yeah, you do. So, that's one of my life goals.
I don't do the YouTube. I do the thumbnails. Just so we're
Right.
clear.
Yeah. That's one of my life goals is to fully retire her. So she has a really important, like, high-powered job, and then teaches Orange Theory, and then helps me. So, yeah, we're getting closer to that. Yeah. So that's the truth.
That's very sweet.
When I stop bodybuilding, what am I gonna do? I've told you this like maybe once.
Yoga? I don't know.
Well, that's part of it. So
I don't know.
that's part of it. Like, so when I stop bodybuilding, like, again, because I'm so obsessive and I have to track and like do something that gives me progress, like I will start playing golf a lot with my dad again.
Oh, golf. Okay, yeah.
But that's
Yeah,
not it. Like, I feel like when I step away from bodybuilding, like my body will have been fully maxed out, or it'll break, one of the two. So then where I want to tap into next is like fully maximizing my mind. So
Oh, yes. That's crap.
yeah, so I would really like to study under like one of those like Buddha priests where you can like really do like deep meditation to the point of like where you could just get into such deep meditation she could like tap me on the shoulder and not disturb me. Like, I think that would be super cool to like fully unlock your mind that way.
Yeah.
I know you think it's silly to her.
It's not silly.
Right.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I would do. I mean, I'll still train like probably 3 or 4 days a week. I will definitely do yoga. I will
like it.
probably do, I'll do cardio daily and stuff. I will definitely downsize and just try to be lean all year. Like pretty much how when you and I were freestyle. I'd probably be like 200 pounds if I guess. Maybe a little lighter.
I'd say a little lighter would be good.
Yeah, maybe. All right. What is my favorite holiday?
Christmas.
Easy.
I love Christmas, by the way, but he
Yes.
sings Christmas songs all year long. So for those of you who don't know, probably no one knows this actually. It's Halloween tomorrow, and he literally is continuing and has been doing it all summer. I will hear him from the office whistling Christmas songs.
Mm-hmm. So when Dax and I get in the car, like to do something, if it's just him and I, we'll put on Christmas songs on Spotify and just listen to them full blast.
It's great.
It's hilarious. Yeah.
I do love Christmas though.
Yeah. What is something I wish I could do better? Or have more of. I guess that's the better way to say it. What do I wish I could have more of?
Time? I don't know.
Patience.
Oh yeah, you don't have any patience. None. None.
No, I want something. I want it now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is a fun one. If I was a character from a movie or TV show, who would it be? I'm just curious to know what you would think.
I don't know.
No clue.
Thor.
Okay, I like that. I like that. All right.
I think it's funny you think I can actually see those questions, by the way.
Oh, okay.
You know, I am blonde at this point in my life.
I actually didn't know I don't know the answer to that. I just wanted to say, I was just curious to see what you would think.
So I only say that because when he was a little smaller, he used to look like Chris Hemsworth. Especially depending on how his hair was fixed.
And if I grew my beard out a little bit.
When his beard's out a little bit, yeah.
And then the last one, this is just a fun fact that only you know about me.
Oh no.
I gave you this in advance to prepare, and you said you knew a bunch of them.
Okay. Tell me again.
You didn't tell them to me.
Well, what's the answer? What's the question?
No, it's not. The question is a fun fact that only you know about me.
Oh, well, I kind of gave two already. One, that you hum Christmas carols in the kitchen basically all year long.
Right.
And two, that you can magically guess people's weights. And three, that you like Lifetime movies. Most people don't know that.
No.
Gosh, one more thing that people don't know about you. Honestly, that you are actually super giving and supportive, and you actually take care of everybody else, like your clients and stuff, before you worry about yourself and your own needs. And I think that's important in what you do. Some days it sucks for us, but we're working on that with Sundays off. So thanks for those of you who switched your days. But that's probably a fun fact. Other than that is that, I know a fun fact. Chris is still angry that he did not play college football. I don't know if that's a fun fact.
It's a shitty fact.
It's a shitty fact, but it's true.
It probably goes back to my mom issues, but that's that's a whole other conversation.
For another day.
Yes.
Okay.
All right.
Oh, and he's always late. He always bitches.
Late on what?
Oh
no,
my God.
not for training.
No, but I'm like, hey, let's leave. I want to be somewhere at 11 o'clock. And he starts making his meals at 10:50 to go with us. So he acts like but he's mad at you if you're late when he's going to be training. So that's,
Yeah.
I got a lot of those. You want me to keep going?
No, so you were rolling them off. You didn't know any. All right, so how we're going to end here, because we're going to leave this video with something beneficial to you guys other than just knowing random shit about my life. And I'll go first to give you a second to think about it.
Okay.
Her and I have very different philosophies for growing glutes, like improving your glutes. So I'm going to give you my top 3 exercises. In my opinion, in this order, meaning done in this sequence, is how you grow glutes. So you start with a rounded back hyper. And honestly, I want to train glutes after I do some hamstring work. So hammer your hamstrings and then go to glutes. And I would start all day long with a rounded back hyper extension to get my glutes fully shortened. From there, I'm going to go to a barbell glute bridge. And then lastly, I'm going to finish with an RDL. Ideally on some kind of like a machine, like a Legends piece. If I don't have a machine, I'm not going to opt for a Smith machine. I'll actually do it with dumbbells or face backwards on like a V squat and just trying to fully lengthen to work that mid-range. So if you think about that, I want to work through the entire length of that glute. And then if I wanted like a bonus, would be some sort of single leg lunge or split squat. Where I really lean my torso forward to fully lengthen the glutes. So if you look at that, it's 2 shortening exercises in the rounded back hyper and the glute bridge, not a hip thruster. A glute bridge is not a hip thruster. I'm going to rage here for a second. If you are allowing the bar to pull your knees towards your body and they aren't remaining perpendicular to the floor and you're sinking your ass way down, that is a hip thrust, and that is quads and glutes and hamstrings. If you want to solely isolate your glutes, it's a glute bridge. The range of motion is very small. So That's a glute bridge. Then I like to literally lengthen that and work the mid-range to an RDL, not a straight leg deadlift, but an RDL. And then lastly, as a little bonus piece, I like to do something single leg to where I'm fully stretching. So again, that can be a Bulgarian split squat, that could be a walking lunge, or even like a stationary reverse lunge. So those are my 3/4. What would you think yours are in the order you like to do them in?
Well, so one of the differences between us is I prefer high volume and lighter weight. And that's what works for me better. I think it all depends on what works for you better. Gosh, I don't know about in order because I don't know that I think order matters.
Exercise sequencing? Hush, get off my channel. Exercise sequencing is everything.
Okay. So any variation of like a stiff leg deadlift, I prefer. I feel it really. So I have an issue. Really, my hamstrings and quads tend to take over a lot, especially my hamstrings. Obviously, if I'm doing glute work, so I have to do stuff that's a little bit different. I typically fatigue my hamstrings first, just like he just said, and quads sometimes too. But I prefer any type of variation on that. Using benches to stand on, so I can go a little bit lower. I'm pretty flexible there too, so that matters. Gosh, I don't love lunges for glute stuff.
You don't. That's all quad for you.
Yeah, that's mostly quad for me. I like. Oh gosh, I can't do it right now because of the gym we're at, but. I used to love that sideways leg press, and then the leg press sideways, where I could really have a nice kick out to the side. I prefer machines where I can do a leg curl machine where you can get on all fours and actually push up instead of curl in. And then other than that,
You used to love really wide stance squatting and deadlifting.
I do a lot. Everything I do is wide stance probably.
Yeah. She also is really hypermobile through your hips, or you used to be.
Yeah.
And I think because like for me, like a wide stance squat like that to feel my glutes work, like I'm just gonna feel adductors. So that's like the difference because she can get a much better range of motion.
Yeah.
So again, that kind of goes back to your own body. And the reason I wanted to do this with her and I is because the modality for growing glutes is completely different. And I'm one of the few people who will say this out loud. I don't think training men and women are different. The only thing I'm going to do different with me than not with her is I'm going to train. Well, I'm not even personally going to train traps because I don't need it. But for a guy, I'm going to train traps, a lot of chest work, and a lot of arm shit. Where with her, I'm not going to do any traps. I'm going to do minimal chest, maybe one exercise a week, and then a lot of like honestly, it's not even direct arm work in general. Like for her, she doesn't need it. But that's just my opinion on how to train guys and girls different. But all right, guys, thank you all for watching and following along. I hope you're enjoying this series. The last little thing I'm going to leave you with a pro tip here is look over my shoulder. If you want to keep her happy and have a great life, you invest in these right here, right? That's monthly that gets shipped to our house. So worth every bit of $42.
That's supposed to tell me how much it costs.
Oh, it's cheap. Mm-hmm. So anyways, thanks for following along. Chris Edmonds, TV, Angela Edmonds, beautiful wife. Until next time. She's going to be off next week because she has a girls trip. Just me.
40th birthday party. Not for me,
you.
for one of my friends.
All right, see ya.
All right, bye.